They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well, if God is the beholder and I am from God and He is in me, shouldn't it matter most what He thinks of me? Shouldn't it matter most what I think of myself? If I'm beautiful, if I'm worthwhile, these things plague the minds of humans all the time. Let's see why.
Hey guys, this is Sky. Glad you came back to visit me. How do you feel about yourself? And you can leave that in the comments, in the comment below. How do you feel about yourself? What do you think about yourself? What do you think about your physical aspects and your mental aspects? I read basically two different statuses of two of my girlfriends on Facebook, and they were basically both talking about beauty and how they see themselves. One had a better aspect of themselves, the other really didn't. And I really just wanted to kind of, bounce off of that and kind of make a video about beauty and self-esteem. Now in my life, I feel like I am a beautiful woman. I feel like I am, naturally and beautifully made by God. And it really wasn't like that. It really wasn't always that way for me. I mean, we all go through our little phases when we're younger, when we're children growing up in school and people are picking on us. I can say that for myself. I can't say that for everybody because not necessarily everybody has that type of experience. I didn't always think of myself as attractive or even decent. I never thought that, I was worth looking at, really. I grew up with three of my sisters, and it always just seemed like guys were more attracted to them. I would just be kind of the messenger. I would just kind of have to pass the message on from that guy to my sister, or from my sister to that guy, type thing. And it took a really, really long time for me to kind of break out of my horrible, horrible low self-esteem. Before I grew my dreads, obviously, I did have straight hair. And when I was younger, me and my sisters, we would always go and get our hair done, everything like that, and get perms. And, well, one day, the beautician that we would normally go to see, she kind of left me in the beauty chair, kind of went off to go talk to somebody while the perm was just sitting and sitting and sitting and sitting and sitting. And if you know, the perm only takes some time and as soon as you start to feel that burn, it's ready. It's ready to be washed out. Well, it got past that point, and basically when she came back, I kind of lost a lot of hair. You can kind of like do this. It was like I had a Tina Turner moment. If you've ever seen What's Love Got to Do with It, that was me. That was me. It was bad. It was real bad. So, to kind of clear up that whole thing, my mother, bless her heart, decided to go a healthier route for my hair to grow back. Eventually, it helped my hair grow back beautifully. The Jerry curls. Yes, I had the Jerry curls from elementary on up to middle school. Get the names such as Michael Jackson. Some people would actually call me Whitney Houston. I don't really know where that came from. They even called me Janet Jackson. Not sure where that came from either. But I guess it's because they're good hair. But anyway, it was really short. Always been the darker sister. And my features, like I said, I didn't always think I was beautiful. I didn't think I was always pretty. So when I got the Jerry curl, it was over. It was over. So I had that all the way up until middle school, and I just always got really, picked on about my hair and, just not being very pretty like my sisters, and things like that. So I had my little ugly duckling stage. It wasn't until 8th grade that a guy actually started to notice me, at least that I noticed that a guy was noticing me. Because it wasn't until later that some guys were telling me that they actually thought I was cute when I was in elementary school. A little bit too late, guys. A little bit too late. Anyway, it wasn't until 8th grade that guy would start noticing my development in here and things like that. And it was just like, oh, well, that's a physical aspect. Eventually, you know, it took like I said, guys, it took a really long time. I didn't start thinking that I was even decent until maybe 10th grade. Maybe 10th grade. And then 11th grade, I started kind of coming out of it a little bit. And then it wasn't until really my senior year that I kind of accepted me as who I am, as God's beautiful natural creature. 12th grade, yeah, 12th grade, yes, 12th grade, senior year. So, I mean, obviously by my senior year, my jerry curls were gone. I had straightened my hair in 8th grade, and just ever since then, I just kind of, it was pretty healthy ever since then. So, enough about me. I think, I know now who I am. I know now that I am a beautiful woman. I know now that and I can say that with confidence and not boast. Let's talk about you guys. A lot of women, I'm going to go on women because I am a woman. We could talk about guys if you want to, but a lot of women complain about weight issues. Myself and my sisters have always had fast metabolism. We've always been called skinny. We've always been called slim. Well, that's kind of something that we can't help. And thank you, God, we still have it, because I eat, people don't think we eat like I eat. You always look at the physical aspects of yourself, but do you ever look inside yourself? Do you ever think of the mental aspects of yourself? Ever? I mean, physical and mental self-esteem do go hand in hand. A lot of people separate them because all they see is the physical, and sometimes people only see the mental about themselves. Like, a person can be so handsome or so beautiful, but on the inside they're just this really ugly person. And a person can be so ugly, think that they're so ugly on the outside, but be the most beautiful person that you have ever met. A lot of the beauty issues can go back to, like I said, like being picked on, not being accepted, people just going at you, just having at you. Maybe your parents didn't give you enough love. It's really, really hard, and I can vouch for that. I can say that I was one of those people that just did not think that she was just worth looking at, and it just, like I said, it goes back. It goes back in your younger years. If you just feel like you just never got that respect as having either physical or mental beauty. Let me say this. Let me just say this, guys. God does not make mistakes. How you are is either because you made yourself that way physically, and it's because pretty much, God made you who you are. You can change yourself physically. That would be up to you. Like if you're going around here saying, "Oh, I'm too fat, I'm too heavy, da 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 da," okay, well, do something about it. It's not, and do it for yourself, not just for people around. Like do this for yourself. Like go work out. Like get a workout plan. Go to a gym. Get something. If you really don't like the way you physically look, I'm not saying go out and get surgery on your face, like, or anywhere else or nothing like that. Like, I would never do that, and I don't necessarily condone that. And I'm not saying that in this video to tell people to go do that. If you think that you're too skinny, or you think that you're too too slim, maybe you should just try to do the same thing. Try to get like a nice little healthy plan. There's protein, carbs, but don't like go ham on the protein and carbs, okay, guys? Fixing yourself up and make yourself look all beautiful is great, but if you don't have that mental mentality as being loving, if you don't have the love on the inside of your heart, if you don't have that love towards other people, you'll be the ugliest person that anybody has ever met. Whether you believe in God or not, I do. He created us all in his image. We have to be the ones to want to make that change on the inside. We have to be the ones that want to make that physical change on the outside. But it has to go hand in hand. Also work on your spirituality, work on loving each other, work on loving yourself. Love God and love yourself before you try to, before you love anybody. Because if you don't love yourself, how do you think you're going to love anybody else? How will that transpire? How will that, translate to other people if you don't even love yourself? Because a lot of people can see right through other people. Your body language is, translating that you have that low self-esteem. So I just want to encourage everybody out there that if you really feel like you're just not worthwhile just because you don't have a lot of friends around, honestly, it's better to have one or two friends that are true friends than to have a whole crowd of people following you everywhere that will stab you in that will be the first one to stab you in the back. I can say I have a lot of associates, but I don't have a lot of friends. I don't really hang out with a lot of those people from my job. I only hang out with a few select that I know I can trust, that I know will accept me for who I am, and vice versa, me accepting them for who they are, and pretty much being real with these people. And I feel like I'm real with everybody. At the end of the day, guys, it's you and God. Believe in yourself, believe in God, believe in wanting to change yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually. Okay, the Bible says in Psalms 139:14, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. What does that mean? It means that basically God makes no mistakes. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am a beautiful creature. I walk this earth with full confidence, not boast, but I walk this earth with full confidence in myself and in my God, because He made me who I am. To everybody watching this video right now, that you are beautiful. You need to know that. You need to understand that. You need to grasp hold of that. If you have love in your heart and kind words, you are a beautiful person. You are a beautiful soul. You have a beautiful spirit. Okay? And I'm not saying it's going to happen like that. I'm saying it takes time. You can't rush this type of process. You are beautiful. You are kind. You are important. You are made of God. And you are beautifully, fearfully, and wonderfully made. God bless you guys.